biggest thing that we do in PEP is we build community. So we work really hard to get to know one another, to build community, to build a network of support for one another so that we can share resources, share networks, and really just make friends and tell stories and hear advice and experience and share knowledge. So it's been an absolute pleasure to work with everyone in the room for the last few weeks. This is a celebration of all the amazing hard work and accomplishments that everyone in here has achieved, but it's also a chance to hear from some of the students about what their experiences have been like. And it's also a way of putting faces to names because we don't always meet the mentors. So towards the end of the session, we'll also open the floor to you and you're able to share any stories about your experience as a Partakers mentor that you would like to share or to talk about or to your student or to your mentee. So with that, that's a little bit about PEP and a little bit about BEGI, but I wanted to turn it over to one of our facilitators who's just going to share a little bit about what working as a facilitator in PEP has been like for the facilitators. So Eunice, if you want to take over.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. And hello, everyone. It's been an amazing time working with all of you. So for me, it's been an experience learning from everybody that I met on the team with discussion. And I really learned about the resilience of everybody and looking at the challenges that we go through every time and your resilience and the hard work to really make an impact.
I'm also a facilitator, and this is my third cohort that I facilitated. So it's been about a year and a half. And yeah, I'll just echo what Eunice said, that it's been so special to sit in the rooms, the Zoom rooms with all of our students every Wednesday night and to hear their stories. And we talk a lot about how like we learn just as much from all of the students as we hope that they learn from us. And yeah, I feel like such a better person for having been in this space. And I feel really grateful to be in it. So we want to give some time to our students to share a bit about themselves. So I'm going to ask each of you to just introduce yourself, share a bit about yourself. If you want to share one or two things that have been like special about these past 13 weeks, or that you've gotten out of the PEP program, or just anything that you want to share. It's really cool to all be in one space together with facilitators and students and mentors and partakers and PEP staff.
Being in this program here, I kind of like learned this computer and met a lot of people, nice people. And I have great mentors. It was really nice. And I really am happy that I got into this prep group, this partaker group and all. I enjoyed it.
I guess it's good to discuss, common issues, with each other, no matter if you can relate to them or not. It's just a common subject that we can all just kind of kick around, I've learned some wisdom by everybody, and my takeaway is that I believe we came in a certain mindset and we're now leaving in a different one.
I have found a community that supports me and understands my walk of life and has been there and has succeeded as we push one another to succeed as well. I really like this program, and I hope more people utilize this program, especially those who have done a long time in jail, like over 5 years, because things change so drastically. This program is not for the skid bitters. It is definitely for people who have been in jail for some time and need help with technology and, trying to grasp life by the reins and get a hold of things to get on the right track.
No, I'm really grateful for all the help from all you guys, and not only the staff, but the people that are in it, the things that I heard, and all the stuff that I learned, the emails, getting in touch with senators, just so much. Overall, yeah, this was a great experience, and I appreciate everything.
What I got out of the program is I got to meet a great group of new people I could exchange, could share, to learn from. And I got to meet Dave and Phil, my mentors, who I liken to the Cheech and Chong sometime. Because they're old school, so they come out of that hippie generation.
You trying to say they was at Woodstock? What's going on, man?
He probably was.
He was.
And I just enjoyed every Wednesday. And, maybe in the future, there'll be other opportunities for us to get together and talk, or just fellowship,
Really nice to hear.
And I'm grateful for that.
I've been so grateful to have been invited to join this. It's been a learning experience, definitely. It's hit a lot of the points where I struggle in with like financial things, the whole 401k, all that little nonsense in and out. I just get stuck in, and then I just give up. And being in the classes recently, it's like I've learned the little tricks to just be like, okay, don't give up, keep pushing. I've had two great, amazing mentors, Joanne and Diane. They are amazing, and I'm happy to have had the opportunity to be here, to get to know everyone.
It's good to, this program was very important to me. I think it's important for everybody, and it has been very impactful for someone such as myself. And as Adrienne said, anybody that's coming home after 5 years or more, I think is very instrumental. It has helped me tremendously just transitioning, because just everything that this program offered and it provided, just the assistance, the little financial assistance, helping with the laptop, getting to know people and understanding how society functions out here now. So for me, it's been tremendous help. I have two great mentors in Steve and Belinda. So they have been very strong and constant in my transition all the way from prison to even now. And just meeting everybody, hearing everybody's stories to let me know that I'm not in the struggle alone. And having a place such as Partakers to come home to help us in that transition is very important, because many of us and many other people may not be afforded the opportunities that we was blessed to have. It's going to be very instrumental and beneficial as I continue on this journey, and it's not over, and it's helping me to embrace the struggle that's going to be forthcoming. So I now know I have a better understanding that what it takes re-entering back into society as a returning citizen. But I'm grateful for each and every individual here.
Every year, the PEP students choose one of the students to speak as a commencement speaker, and to share a little more in depth about their experience and what this community has meant to everyone. And so this year, David Williams was selected. And so I'm going to ask David Baxter, who is one of our incredible TAs, to introduce David.
Yes. This is an honor and privilege. David is someone, as we know, who has done a significant amount of time. And he is also one who has chose to use his significant amount of time behind walls to better himself through programming, through education. And he is one that I had the privilege to to spend a little time with before he came home.
Yeah.
And I had a privilege to spend some time with him since we both was in the Brook House together. He came at the later part of my time, but I got time he came home driven. I've never heard that man make one excuse about anything that's going wrong. He is a go-getter. He came home hitting the ground running. He was serious about his craft, and I'm just honored to share this time and space with him during this programming as well as in person at the Brook House. And I know he's going to go on to do wonderful things. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our elected speaker for this cohort graduation, David. Can you take it away, my brother?
Thank you. Thank you. Much love, David. You know that. Much love. You helped me tremendously along the way. So first, I want to congratulate all the men and women who got here tonight. A big round of applause to everybody, because this is a great task. I want to bring you first to where I was over 3.5 months ago, walking down Commonwealth Ave with my roommate, Robert Loda, who was in this program previously. And Robert got a phone call from this man named Arthur. I'm saying, why do I know that name? So I was in prison 40 straight years. As soon as he got on the phone, I recognized Arthur's voice. So Arthur said, well, what are you doing out there? And what are you up to? He says, hey, we got this program, Partakers. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. And, Arthur was like, yeah, okay, I hear you, but, this can really ignite you to move forward. And I listen, I'm walking down the street. I'm trying not to get run over by the cars, because I'm not used to the streets. And here I am standing next to Bob Loda, and he's hitting me on the back. And he says, yeah, you got to do what he's saying. You got to do what he's saying. And I'm like, yeah. And it dawned on me that Arthur was completely right. And here was this man putting out his hands to help me. And I hadn't seen him in, oh man, I don't know, way over 25 years or so. And I was in awe that this man remembered my voice. He didn't remember my face because he hadn't seen me yet, but yet he was willing to extend a hand to help me. That is incredible, Arthur, what you did there, because I'm about to talk about how I've developed through this program. So first of all, I want to thank Brandeis University. I mean, kudos to you guys. I mean, here I was doing 40 years in prison. I come out here, my case manager, I told my case manager about Arthur. They signed me up for the program. I had to wait, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And then all of a sudden, in the mail, I get this beautiful brand new laptop. Now remember, I've never seen a laptop in my life because I went to prison in 1982. They didn't have laptops. I think they only had cassette tapes back then.
Yeah.
So here I am, right, with this laptop. And I remember my case manager is brand new in a box, and he says, yeah, this is from Brandeis, the Partakers program. I said, wow, these people are for real, right? What do I do with this thing? How do you plug it in? He said, well, they're going to train you in all this. So, from that moment on, I remember coming into my bedroom and telling my roommate, look, I got a brand new laptop, but I don't even know how to turn the damn thing on. And of course, he tried to show me how to turn it on. But I know I'm going on and on, but this stuff is really, really important, because what I'm talking about, I believe all the women and the men in this program feel kind of like this. So navigating the laptop, that was something that opened my eyes, because in the prison program, yeah, I took a computer program like 30 years ago. And I remember coming out here, not even know how to turn this one on or turn on the ones in the house. So giving me this tool was huge because this laptop opened me up to the whole internet. I was able to play with it and figure it out. And through all our discussions here, everybody talked about, well, I can't figure this out. I can't figure that out. And believe me, I was there all the time. I'm like, I don't know. I'm tapping on to things. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting these viruses. I went on LinkedIn, and all of a sudden I get all these websites for people wanting to date people. And I'm like, what the heck is up with all of this stuff? And of course, I talked to you all, and you all show me how to get rid of it, how to wipe it out. I want to talk about the civic engagement. That was another part about us. So people think, oh, civic engagement, what does that mean? Well, what it meant to me was engaging into society, how I could explain myself to people, how I could navigate and go to the right people for answers to things. You all heard about what happened with me with the registry, which was a colossal, almost 4-month trial. I mean, they made stuff up about me, and I was in prison. It wasn't me, but it took me almost 4 months until at the end of it, yeah, I contacted the governor. And I contacted Colleen Ogilvie, the head of the registrar, all in 1 week, and Senator Brownsberger. And once I contacted all these people, I said, look this isn't right what you do. I'm a returning citizen. I had nothing to do with South Carolina. And you know what? But you guys taught me how to do that, because I didn't know how to navigate that from where I came from in the prison system. But listening to all your stories and how you were helping everybody, that gave me the fire to say, you know what? I'm being wronged, and could you correct it? And who has the registrar of motor vehicles emailing me 10 minutes after I email her, and she said, David, I'm taking care of this. And then when she did take care of it, and then they made it worse the next day, and I emailed her, she went right off on them. They called me right in the phone. You're all set. All that fake stuff on your account is gone. You can get your learner's permit, which I did happily. Another thing I learned from this program is I had career options. Well, it's pretty hard to wrap your head around career options when you did 40 years in prison. You're like, career options? What's that mean? Well, for me, it was, I had different avenues I could go to on the internet to do my resume. And my two mentors, aside from you all, Ash and Brian, were instrumental of having me fix my resume. I put a resume together, but I remember we had, we talked about that many weeks here. My resume, it was ridiculous. When they read it and showed it to me, I was like, yeah, those words don't make sense. Yeah, you shouldn't say that. And I'm like, wow, I never realized that there were keywords and the way we word it. And so they showed me all different templates. And once they did that, I understood, you know what? I know how to do this. And they hooked it all up together, and I have a great resume. Now I know how to, it took them weeks to show me how to get to my resume, how to send out my resume. I'm still a little cloudy on that. I had to write it down on a piece of paper, old school, and say, okay, it's step 1, 2, 3 in here. But that's huge, because my field that I want to go in is, as Natalie and Jessi know what it is helping others. Because the last 5 years in prison, I worked in the CRA program. I had 5 classes a week and 2 classes at night that I taught young men in prison how to change their lives, slow down skills, anger management skills, drug and alcohol, problem solving. And so I want that to extend more in my life because I love doing that. As a few of you all know, I went to Emerson College in their initiative and I spoke there and I spoke from my heart. I love reaching out and helping others because over 10, 12 years ago, I learned how to change my whole life around. And once I did that, I said, oh, now I know the key. I know what it is. I know how to rehabilitation can help you change from the inward, and then you can put it outward to help others. That's what I told the parole board. I said, you know, I may have 40 certificates, but I told them those 40 certificates aren't for you. They were for me. In rehabilitation, you told me 3 times in a row for 15 to 20 years that I wasn't rehabilitated. But rehabilitation is an inner feeling. And the only people I believe that are rehabilitated are the ones that give back. And they all nodded their head in unison when I said that. So this program here, I look forward to it. I remember when Jessi said last week, this is our last week. And what did I say? What, are you kidding me? I really didn't know, because this hasn't been a chore for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy coming here on Wednesdays. I enjoy talking to my mentors, either Sundays or Saturdays, whenever we can get together. I enjoy it because you know what? To have people like you all care about me and us, I think is huge, because we came from a place where not too many people really cared for us. Even though we put in the change, people are like, yeah, well, maybe not. Maybe they really haven't changed. But guess what? We have. And to have all of you in here that I know, and even the people that I don't know, it's heartfelt for me, because I changed my whole life. I'm a people person, and that's something you asked, what is something nobody knows about you? I said, well, for the first 45 to 50 years, I wasn't a people person. Then I woke up, and guess what? I love people. I try to help people wherever I go in society. And like I say, my whole goal is to move forward in life. I know I'm going a little overboard here, but this is really, really important to me. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity and this spark to move forward and grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David, for your wisdom and your voice in this room. I think many people don't know, but like many people know this is a mostly virtual program, but we had the lucky opportunity to meet some people in person at the EPI conference. And David was one of the people that we were able to meet in person. And the feeling I think we all had as facilitators was just our hearts were overwhelmed and just swelling from the
Big
absolute delight of meeting you in person. Thank you so much. And I want to kind of respond a little bit to some of the things that David said about what has happened in the past few weeks. And I want to emphasize that one of the beautiful things that happens in the room with PEP is that as facilitators, as people affiliated with Brandeis, oftentimes we're not even the knowledge and experience in the room. There are people like David and Richard and Deborah and Saif and Sixten, all these people who have experience in the room, who are sharing knowledge and exchanging stories, and that's really what makes this experience work so well. Thank you so much, David. Just
you're welcome.
The way the overview was absolutely perfect.
Can you see this poster here?
A little bit, yeah.
So it says ride the wave. There's a man, right? He's riding the wave. So I equate that to every day I'm out here. Just keep riding the wave and I'll get to where I need to get.
We have no doubt that so many people in this room are going to go on to do some really, really incredible things. And I want to share with everyone, our participants especially, that after you leave PEP, this community does not end here. This is just the start of a hopefully very long and rich relationship between us. I'll talk a little bit more at the very end of the session today about some upcoming events and things that we have going on that we'd love to include you on. But I just want to make that very clear at this moment, which is that our door is always open, our email's open. You have, our numbers, our emails, and that if you have things going on in your life, if you're going to speak at events or you have things that you want to invite us to, we want to show up for you. We want to share that with our alumni. We want to share that with people. And we're going to continue to share the things that we're doing. We have paid, we have paid opportunities to come and speak. We have all kinds of things that we're going to connect with you on. But we're going to move to our next portion of our program, which I'm going to pass to Liz to introduce, where we're just going to award our certificate.
I'm Liz. I'm one of the facilitators here. And so what we're going to do next is I'm going to share my screen and we're going to virtually pass out our graduation certificates. And I encourage everyone to come off of mute and hoop and holler like you would if this was a normal graduation as everyone kind of goes through. But yeah, so let me share my screen. All right, so the first person we will be giving our certificate to is Michael.
Hey. All
Mike.
Yeah. Take a bow, Mike. Take a bow.
All right, Michael.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
And next one is David Williams.
Hey. All right. Yes.
That's resume material right there.
That's right.
That's right, resume.
Right, Dave. Yup.
And next is Saif.
All right. Hey.
Saif.
No applause, please. I can pat
Poetry
myself on the back.
Eleganza in the house.
Okay, Arthur.
It's not easy, Saif.
Stop it, Dave. Don't say it.
That's all I said.
Don't say it, Dave.
I'm not saying it.
Next is going to Deborah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Girl there.
Hey.
All right.
Good going,
Okay,
Deb.
Deborah, you heard that.
Thank you.
Deborah
All right, Deb.
Hi, Ellie.
Next is
Okay, Sixton.
Thank you.
We're going.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey.
That's what's up.
Woo!
Next is to Susan.
Susan.
I shut up.
Yeah, Susan.
Congrats.
Richard.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, Richard.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Take a bow, Richard. Take a bow.
Go,
Richard.
Oh, Richard.
What's up, Steve?
And congratulations, Willie.
Yeah. So, thank you guys, and thank you to my mentors too for using their time to help me. And I thank everybody. You know what I mean? Arthur, you're too cool.
All right, and the next one is congrats, Adrienne.
Adrienne.
And congrats. Oh, Sean didn't make it today, but
Sean is at work.
Yay, Sean.
Sean Paul, he's at work.
Val.
Val.
Give a big round of applause for Val and being so helpful.
Thank you, Val.
Val, who?
Thank you, Val, for your hard work.
Good, David.
And last but not least, David. Thank you so much, David, for your hard work.
All right,
David.
Thanks, everyone, for your hard work, and congratulations on this achievement. It is not easy to show up every week for an hour and a half when we
Tell me about it.
jobs and lives and things going on. We know and recognize that it's difficult. So We appreciate your dedication and your hard work, and the presence and energy that you brought every week. I want to take a moment also to thank all of our students, all of our teaching assistants, but also our facilitators in the room. So Natalia, Eunice, Liz, Ben, Ella, who also take time out of their schedule every week to plan lessons based on getting to know every single person individually. So we customize all of our workshops based on the people who are in the room, the feedback that they give us, the things that they're interested in. 3 of them are graduating. So Eunice, Ben, and Natalia are graduating and will no longer be with Brandeis, which is very sad for us, but very lucky for the next things they do in life. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much.
Yes,
Wow.
congratulations on your
Bravo.
new journey.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
Congratulations.
So the last about 20-25 minutes, I'm going to save the last 5 minutes for some up and coming things that I want to share with everybody, including the mentors and our PEP participants. But now we just want to sort of open the floor. So we're going to open the floor to students and mentors and anyone who wants to speak and share either about, their relationships to one another, or with, partakers or PEP. So this is just an open invitation for anyone who wants to share anything at all to speak. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'll set it off.
Perfect. Take it away, Richard.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's been an honor, and it's been tremendous to meet everybody. And more importantly, I want to give a great big shout out to my mentors, Steve and Belinda. And also I had a third mentor, but she's no longer with us. She went on to further her schooling. Her name is Madison, so I want to give her a shout out as well. But just everybody, Arthur, been knowing you for like decades now. It was a pleasure to come home and to.
I still dye my hair, man. Come on, I ain't that old.
That's the problem.
Reconnect and just to see the transition that you made. It inspired me. Let me know that I can walk the same path and I can make this transition as well after a long period of incarceration. D-Boy, you came out, hit the ground running. I seen your drive before you left the prison, so I knew you was gonna be, man, great, man, a successful man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Continue what you're doing, bro. And you're gonna continue to be blessed. And everybody else, Eunice, Val, Adrienne, Sixter, David, other David, Deborah, trying to make sure I get everybody. Saif, another one of my good brothers that I've been known for decades. I'm just happy and grateful to be out here and showing and proving that we deserve a second chance. And I just want to say to each and every one of us who's coming from a position of incarceration, let's continue to tread the path for those coming behind us, because it doesn't stop here with us. So I just want to leave with that. Once again, thank everybody.
I just wanted to say that it was a pleasure meeting Deborah and having a chance to talk to her and get to know her. But what has really, truly been special is this last 45 minutes, an hour. It's just been such a joy hearing everyone's story, hearing everyone talk, seeing the joy in everyone's face. And I mean, I've been a mentor before, but I don't remember having this kind of experience at the end. And it was Richard who just spoke, right? Absolutely, everyone deserves a second chance. And my heart is just so full for all of you. And I've just really enjoyed this past hour hearing all of, what all of you have had to share. And you're all going to do amazing things. And congratulations to all of you.
I guess I'll say my thank yous to Brandeis. Hopefully I said that correctly. Partakers, PEP, the whole crew for the opportunity to assist you guys in whatever I could and contributed. To the facilitators, thank you for your time. To David, my colleague, my TA colleague, thanks. This was cool to do with you. To the mentors, even though you aren't my mentors, thank you, because the work that you do and your contribution to the incarcerated individuals is very important and vital. So I just want to say thank you. And to everyone who joined, thank you too.
I just wanted to emphasize that I've only seen a couple of these cohorts, but really each one is so special, and I've just been wowed every time by what people bring to the table, and how that, like, what's created every cohort is so different and really its own thing. So like this is not a system that churns out like one particular product. It's really each time the participants, facilitators, and mentors and everyone work together to make something really and truly special. And I've loved being able to be part of that process.
I just wanted to say that as a formerly incarcerated person, we couldn't do this without the staff at Brandeis and PEP. And I just wanted to, I know y'all often thank us a lot, but we cannot do it without you. We appreciate y'all dedicating your time to help us reintegrate back in society, which is such a tall order for us. You know what I mean? And I personally want to thank you on behalf of me and my incarcerated brothers and sisters for what y'all do. Volunteers and PEP staff and Brandeis staff, because we could not do this without you. I can't stress, Arthur, as a formerly incarcerated man yourself, how important this program is and how beneficial it is to those coming out of prison. And I just want to extend my greatest gratitude to each and every one of you, because we cannot do it without you.
I just want to thank everyone so deeply from Brandeis and Partakers, and I really want to thank Richard most. Belinda, Madison, and I, we started a year and a half ago, the College Behind Bars program, and then Belinda and I have continued with the PEP program. And just going back a year and a half ago, Richard and I, we were strangers to each other, and just steadily and consistently with genuineness, it's been, I just feel so close to you, and it's such a close bond, and I've learned so much from you. In many ways, just a lot of life wisdom. I can't overstate that. It's really been incredible for me. So thanks so much.
Well, I'll speak since we're on the Richard Brooks topic. It was, first of all, I ditto what Stephen said, because getting to, I feel like I really got to know you and spent a lot of time. And what was really nice is being able to be part of both programs. So coming to see you at Concord and then coming out and seeing you in the different environment and just knowing where you're headed, it's just, everything is internalized and you're trying to figure out for yourself, like, okay, I know, maybe I think I know, but how you're going to navigate and how hard it's probably going to be. And it's been really nice. It's different. It's a different relationship outside a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling. And so I just really enjoyed being a part of both programs, because I knew you enough. So when you came out, I feel like, we were able to even build a deeper relationship for both Stephen and I, as people who were really engaged on helping and doing whatever we could, even though we might not know what that is at times.
Right.
And figuring things out, So I really enjoyed the program, and it was great for me to learn about everyone. So thanks, Arthur. Thanks the whole team. I thought this was an amazing experience.
To build on what Belinda is saying, when we started the program several years ago, actually, I think this is the third year that we've been trying it. One of our goals was to provide opportunities for people impacted by incarceration, but also another goal was to not just make it about the folks that were coming home, but to include others in it, to help change the narrative surrounding people that were coming out of prison. And in order to do that, we had to include other people. So we had to have our mentors to work with us to become agents of change, to change the narrative. When they speak to people that they know, to their companies, to their churches, to their organizations, about Richard Brooks and the David Williams and the Villies and the Willies. It changes. It changes. I know, right? It changes the narrative surrounding folks like us that are coming out of prison and they have been impacted by incarceration. So for us at Partakers and for Brandeis also, I think the biggest takeaway is the fact that we have been able to bring people together to solve a problem.
Yep.
You know, it's not, everybody didn't just go off on a different way to try to solve it. We said, these are the key stakeholders that are involved in this particular issue that needs to be solved. Let's bring them all together and to solve a problem. And in doing that, we noticed that we're able to help people reach a fuller potential and help them, you know, travel on through life and to become, you know, veteran in the way they're going on their journey. So our biggest thanks to our mentors, but even bigger thanks to the students that participated in the program, because it's you that are coming forward. You're the examples that we stand by and that we later brag about to people when we talk about the program.
I want to talk about a few of my mentors that were actually in the Brook House with me. The first person is Saif. Saif and I go back 40 years. This man here, when I told him about the program and he said, oh yeah, I heard about this program. You know, we were all on board with this program. We speak practically on a daily basis. We both encourage each other because we did such a long stretch. And he's always been there for me. He was there for me in the prison system. He's there for me in society. And I want to give him a big hand because he knows I got much love for him.
That's nice.
The second person I want to give a huge shout out to is Mike. Mike, I met him when I first came in this program. He was a calm individual. He had goals. He was already in this house a few months before I got here, and he helped me with everything on technology. And then he helped me out with the jobs. He told me how I could apply from jobs. I was on the internet for the first 2 months every single day and night. And guess what? I was doing it all wrong. But Mike showed me how to do it. I did a resume one time on Indeed, and I forgot to say to click on that everybody could look at it. So for months, I never heard from anybody because I messed up. But Mike fixed it. And every time I got a virus, I went to Mike. And thank God I have his phone number so I can call him anytime now. But he was a huge mentor to me. Mr. Baxter, David, listen, he lived right next door to me. I come out in the hallway one day. He introduced himself. We started talking. And right off the bat, this man said, I want to help you. I heard that you did this much time and I see how you are and I want to help you. He just went out of his way to try to guide me into this society. So a big shout out to all three of those men because they really changed me out here.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Dave, I just want to thank you, man, for just being there for me when I got out here and taking me into Targets my first night out here, scared me to death being in there. Any minute, I thought the CEOs was going to come and grab us.
Oh, man, I remember.
Yeah, and Mike, thank you for being a little brother. He's like my little brother, and thank you for everything you've done for me. And I want to thank Arthur, who knows me from the street. We go back to kids in Dorchester, in a really bad neighborhood. And he just made sure that I was a part of this. I want to thank everybody else in the program as well. And before I lose my voice, I just want to say, this goes out to everyone that requested it, a poem.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Finish this with your poem.
That's
okay.
right.
Go, Shakespeare.
Not exactly.
Let's hear it.
This was called That Girl. I think that's the one you all wanted to hear. It goes, have you seen that girl? You know, the one that brought us love and warmth into my world. You know, the one that has that sparkle of all those midnight stars in her eyes, who seems to bring back those pleasing memories of good times gone by. You know, one who possesses all that radiant beauty and that special smile, which seems to cause the heavens to open, its angels to sing, and in unison earthly mountains do ring. You know, the one who appears as though she may be the goddess of love, descending upon us with all her love and goodness from on high above. You know, the one who walks and talks with so much style, politeness, and grace, who seem to force a smile on even the coldest and grimmest of face. You know, the one who brings back those pleasing memories of hot summer nights walks on white sands of far-off romantic tropical beach, listening to the roar of ocean waves while basking in all her feelings of love, passion, and peace. You know, the one who makes me feel so alive and real, the one who I've been handing out my heart to steal. Yeah, you know that I know that we know that girl.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
That was great.
Really
Yeah.
good.
I just want to say I admire all of you for your courage. It's not easy, but I know without a doubt you will make this world a better place.
I kind of wanted to pick up on something that Arthur said, but of course I have to preface it by saying what an incredible privilege it's been to get to know Adrienne in this process. I can say all kinds of great things about Adrienne, but you know, that would take more time than I have here. You all know her. What I also want to say, and this is what I'm kind of picking up from Arthur, you know, people ask me, oh, what are you up to now that you're retired? You know, you get to do whatever you want. And I list off all the things. And when I tell them about this program, to a person, every single person I've talked with has said, that is so cool. And, you know, I know that we worry a lot about where this country is going and the division that we all, you know, are so aware of. But I guess I really just wanted to say to you all that there are an incredible number of people who are in your court who are really so happy to hear about a program like this and so wanting to be a part of a society that makes this work and that helps you all make the kind of contributions that you were born to make. So thank you, everybody. This has been a real privilege.
And I would echo that is that I must admit I was, you know, this much terrified when we started. This is my first cohort, and this has just been a phenomenal experience. And I've learned a ton. And I tell everybody, everybody who will sit down and listen, I'll talk to them about what great work is going on, and that people are re-entering and doing good stuff. So look forward to doing it again.
I'd like to echo what my fellow mentor Catherine just said about working here in the program, and also what a pleasure it's been to get to know Adrienne. She's such an inspiration to me. She's been so strong and determined, and she's forward thinking and makes things happen for herself. And it's really very inspiring to have worked with her. And I look forward to staying in touch, Adrienne, and to everyone else. You've just all been, yes, very, 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 very inspiring, and you're very brave and strong. And I wish each one of you all the best. Thanks.
Can I just ask everybody to give a good round of applause for Jessi Brewer, because she's held us together all the time. That's my partner on the other side there that makes everything happen well with Brandeis and beyond.
Arthur, I was just about to say the same about you.
The people you run it so well and so smoothly that it's just such a privilege to be working with you and your team. It's really a privilege.
Thank you, Arthur. I I truly, this part of the session is my favorite. Just hearing from everyone how the program has impacted you, how the relationships have impacted you. I truly believe that meeting and connecting with people and talking to people can solve a lot of differences in the world, can make a lot of real social change happen. And I think one of the biggest impacts on me personally has been the amazing work that people are doing already when I meet them, the work that I'm gonna say like both Davids are doing, like Richard, like everybody in the room who's doing work to give back to their communities, who are mentoring other people, who are, doing all this incredible restorative, transformative justice work. And it's truly inspiring to be in this room with every single person here. And you all make this machine very well oiled, all the mentors who, work as support to what we're doing. So thank you to everyone here. We have about 3 minutes left, so I want to look ahead a little bit. I want to think what's next for so many of the incredible people in the room, for so many of these incredible connections. And what I would say to each of you participants is do not let these connections peter out here. Like, please keep that fire of connection lit. That's part of building your network. I know we talked a lot about this early on. We were talking about professionalism and education, but there's so many things that we can do for one another. And so you have to reach out when you need something, when you want something, when you want to share something. We want to hear your successes. We want to share resources with you. We want to hear your struggles. If there's any way that we can be of service, please email us, stay connected, please reach out to us. We do not want this to be the last time that we all see your lovely faces. So thank you for an incredible 14 weeks, and we wish you all the best. And we know you're going to go out there and do amazing stuff. So again, thank you for your hard work. Can we give everyone one last round of applause?
Thank you.
And we will see you all very soon.
Thank you, Jacqui. Thank you, Ellie.
Congrats.